Hello. So I want to speak today about the concept of body and soul, life and death, spirituality and materiality, and how we interact with, our higher self and also in the world below. So, hey, Karen, good to see you. So in this week's Torah portion, which is called Chayei Sarah, which is the life of Sarah, and what is always typically explained is it's called the life of Sarah, and yet it begins with her death, and then the Torah portion actually ends with the death of Avraham. So we definitely have this confusing kind of concept that we are referring to it as life, and yet we are beginning and ending with the concept of death. But that's actually one of the key points. And as I mentioned last week, I also posted on Facebook yesterday on my page my video from last year, which gets into a whole different aspect of this week's Torah portion. But so we have the concept of Sarah, of our matriarch, Sarah, passing away, dying. And it says that this took place in Hebron. And, hi guys. And Hebron is from the word chibur, which is the idea of connection. And the Zohar, the quintessential text of Jewish mysticism of Kabbalah, explains that Sarah is a reference to the body and Abraham to the soul. Now, you may have heard there's this very famous statement. It was attributed to C.S. Lewis, and now people say that it's not his quote. But the statement is that what is it? Something to the effect of, you don't have a soul, you are, that's it. You don't have a soul, you are a soul, you have a body. And it's a beautiful concept and it's an interesting statement, but really there's something very powerful in the Jewish perspective that both body and soul are essential, are holy, and have very specific work they need to do. And it's not that we're just this soul and this spiritual being trapped in this material body is necessity, but that the body is what allows the soul to function and to perform and to interact with this world, and that the body itself is quite holy. That's the concept of chibur, of connection, that we need to understand the connection of both of them. So it says Abraham is the soul, Sarah is the body. Both are holy. They need to interact together, and they both need to be recognized for their essential qualities and what they can do. And, we really have this idea that there's always a top-down approach in life and a bottom-up, and that there is the work that we do here where we're integrating and interacting and affecting the world around us and trying to bring spirituality down below. And likewise, while we're planted in the world below, we're constantly reaching upward and accepting blessing from above and recognizing that it is bigger than us and life is bigger than us and we need more than just us, and that we are spiritual beings as well. And we see how it goes almost from like this body and soul and this need for the balance between the two. And then the Torah portion discusses Yitzchak and Rivka, Isaac and Rebecca. And, and with that, it kind of brings this into another concept as well in terms of how we interact then with the world around us. And it says that she was given these two bracelets, and that the bracelets are an allusion to the two sets of tablets, and that they were that they weighed 10 shekels, and that the 10 is an allusion to the 10 commandments that were embedded within those two tablets. And we're taught with the 10 commandments, it says that the first 5 are what's called bein adam lamakom, between us and our creator. And the second 5, bein adam lechavero, between us and our fellow human being. And that recognition that we can't just be these spiritual beings who think that as long as we're, caught up in holiness and avoiding the world around us and escaping from the world around us, and the world around us is beneath us and below us and not worthy or really connected to spirituality, we've completely missed the point. And on the flip side, if we're so embedded in this world that we don't feel there's anything bigger or better or more spiritual than just what we're seeing in the physical, we're also missing the point, and that we need that balance. We need to know how to interact with others in a very holy and spiritual and beautiful and godly way. And we need to likewise have a connection to our Creator and recognize all the gifts and the blessings that are bestowed upon us and within our lives, and to utilize those and to utilize our bodies and to keep it healthy and to recognize it's a gift and to realize it's the conduit for being able to, bring meaning and spirituality into our personal lives and the world around us. And when we do that, we realize that everything we're creating, when we unify body and soul, when we recognize that they both are so holy and so vital and so necessary, that then we're not even affected by death. Chayei Sarah, the life of Sarah, that the good deeds that we do and the people we impact and affect and the way we beautify and illuminate and enhance and uplift the world around us, that lives, that continues, that stays even when we're no longer physically here. And so we should all then be blessed to recognize the power of both body and soul, to always know that we have both for a reason, and that soul is within and motivating and illuminating our body, and that our body is that conduit for allowing our soul to shine. And when we do that, that we are likewise able to connect with our fellow human being and likewise with our Creator, and that we should constantly see that beautiful connection between the two. So with that, I hope you have a wonderful Shabbos, and we'll be back in touch next week. Good Shabbos.